Hey guys, what's up? This is Spartacus Airsoft, and today I'm bringing you a kind of my whole loadout video, just not on me, because, I don't know, it's kind of hard to film that in quite as in-depth when it's all on you, so I can manipulate the items the way I want off my body and show you everything I have and how I set it up and what my, why I set it up that way. So we'll start with my plate carrier, and then we'll just move right along. So, as you guys have seen before, this is my LBT 6094A. This is basically my plate carrier. This is my second line. It has changed a bit since the video I uploaded a month or so ago about the setup I had on it. I've made a few modifications after playing a few times and running it a few times, and I've made a few modifications just to how I like it. So one of the modifications, as is the most obvious, is I've taken off the front BFG 10-speed and I just put in an insert. I have a couple reasons for this. Although I do like the BFG pouch, the elastic tends to get on my nerves, so the inserts I just like because they have just about the same speed. Even though I usually don't like rope retention, or bungee retention rather, it's still very fast and still very easy to get my mags out. I've changed my mag pulls around obviously too. These are the more low drag way to put them on, and I like that quite a bit better than the standard way. So, and also I read more on more the technical reasons for having a clean front as opposed to pouches on the front. So generally you want to have a clean back and clean front panels, nothing on them, and everything on the cummerbund and your first line. So I don't run first lines because I don't like them, so I've kind of manipulated the tactic to how I like it. So I've left the front clean as it's suggested, and I put in an insert. So to me, that's kind of like a compromise halfway in between clean and pouched. So yeah, I took that off to leave this clean. So basically your front should be clean so that you can spend most of your time laying down prone, because in actual battle that's what you would be doing. That's most of the positions. That's the position that allows you to lay down the most fire in the most covered position, as spoken by the person I read it from. So that's what I've done, and after playing a bit, I've discovered that I like that much more. So I put in the insert so I can hold my mags on the front, because this person had all their mags on their first line and some on their cummerbund, but I don't like that, so I just put my insert in. This is a Mayflower 556 insert, and it works just beautifully with my Elite Force 110s with mag pools, so I really like this. And then obviously I still have my multicam IR flag. Another change is, you notice I've swapped out my U94 PTT for a Motorola hand mic that goes to my TS2000. This is just because my Swordens were basically just adding extra bulk to my helmet, and I just got tired of it. It was just making my helmet just that much more. It was just that much more drag and weight on my loadout. So I like the hand mic setup a lot more, but I do have Swordens and ARCs with Iron Forge Concept Saras so that they can attach to my helmet, but unless it's team specified that I need headset and that we're not doing hand mics or otherwise stated, I'm doing a hand mic, because this is just so much easier for me, much less drag, and it doesn't interfere with my mag at all. I mean, it does look like it might, but it doesn't, and I just like it a lot better. It's just much less drag on my rig, as you know, fitting in with the less drag. So moving on, if you've seen the setup video for my 6094A in the past, this is all basically going to be pretty much the same, so you can just skip ahead in this part. This is my Tactical Assault Gear MBITR Advanced. I like this radio pouch a lot as opposed to the Eagle, because it has the pull down front panel so you can access your radio. Show you that here. So if your radio has a keypad, you can just get right in there. if you loosen up the bungee there, as you can see. And it also has these keepers, so I stick Sidearm chems in there, so that's very handy. I like that a lot, so that I don't have to have them on the front of my rig. I have them right here, and I keep them in the packaging just because, I don't know, I'm OCD. So over here, I have my, what's different is now that I don't have the adapter anymore, I have the standard hand mic line running. I have my 2 replica M18 smoke grenades just banded onto my gear. Here's a change from the last time. Back here, all the way in the way back, I have a BFG dump just right behind the smoke, so everything's kind of crammed over here, but this is a really nice dump. Just large enough for about 10 mags, so it's perfect. So I don't actually have the rope out of it like you're supposed to, but a really small dump and just really effective. I really like it, and it still has the stretch pouch, so it all just tucks right in here, but it's actually a rather large dump, and having it to the rear left of my rig on my offhand is the way it works best for me. So while I'm, you know, reloading with my right, I can pull my dump out or drop my empty mag in with my left, so my dominant hand can still be on my weapon. So that's how I like that there. Moving on to the back, I still have my Thales extended range antenna. As you can see, I have the broadband on my MTS 2000. Here I still have my ATS jumbo, I would say, utility pouch. I have a few things in here. My outdoor research balaclava, Smith boogies, that attached to Velcro on my helmet mechanics, because those are the gloves I had most success with, and other odds and ends in there. Some safety glasses and whatnot. Some shooting glasses, I should say, and fire-resistant gloves. And as you can see, I have my hand mic wiring running through the hydration tube keepers. I use them, and I run it under my shoulder pad, obviously. And as you can see, a difference from my last video, I have plates now, or I have small sappies in here. So yeah, that helps a lot. I've been meaning to get them. And then over here I have an HSGI bleeder. This is my favorite IFAK with just some ABD absorbent, quick clot, gauze, basic medical kit. And I believe I have some surgical scissors, and then it has the trauma scissors back here. And it has my cat tourniquet banded onto the side there. And then I don't really like how these are set up, but until I figure out a better way, this is kind of the only way I have. These are my Mark 23 mags. They're stored in a BFG mag pouch, and I don't really like how this is set up here on the side of the cummerbund, so I don't know. I'm not a great big fan of it, but until I figure out a better way of storing them, like maybe I'll put them on my first line, on my riggers, my VTech riggers belt. But that's just a pain, because then every time you put it on and off, you have to attach your mags unless you leave the whole thing assembled. And I don't just wear my VTech riggers on my multicam pants. I wear them also on my jeans and for everyday use, because I just like it, because it's good belt and it's quick access. So until I figure out a better way to store my Mark 23 mags, that's where they'll stay until I was thinking about getting a Cry MRV, but I'm not quite sure about that yet, because the only thing I would have to put on there would be maybe my dump, my 10-speed with my Mark 23 mags, and my Kydex Mark 23 holster, which is going to be here sometime this week or next week, depending on the weather. So yeah, that's basically my entire plate carrier setup. That's my second line. So I'll move on to the second most important thing in the kit, my helmet. Just move that out of the way. So here, as you can see, my helmet has changed as well. This is my Ops Core Fast Base Jump. As you can see, medium large. So this is a real Ops Core, not a ripoff, or replica, I should say. And very simple, very simple setup on here. I have a reversed IR on here, standard Velcroing, I have my Coleco jack on here, rails, basically very standard all around, and I have a Rhino on here, and I do have a J-arm for it, to which my Sight Mark 2x24 monocular mounts. These are like Fisher Price, my first nods, they're Gen 1, but they work well enough so that I can see, and they work well enough that I can see and play in total darkness. Not as good as Gen 2 or 3, obviously, but they work, and they work well for for my purposes, and I got them for, they're not that expensive either, so they work well enough for me. So don't hate on them just because they're Gen 1, and I don't have a couple $1,000s for higher gens. And I've tapped them here, as you can see, for a J-arm. So this would hook onto the J-arm on my Rhino. I just don't have everything set up right now. So yeah, that's my fast base jump. And like I said, I don't run my sword-ins on here anymore. I just do the hand mic because already the nods add enough bulk for me. So I don't need that much more. And I also have an MS-2000 strobe that just attaches to the top here. I just haven't got around to attaching it yet for infantry identification for my team. I just haven't gotten around to attaching it yet. So that's my Ops Core fast base jump. I'll do a separate video of a review on this, of course, because it is an awesome helmet and just blows every other replica out of the way. And then over here, I have some random bits of gear. So when I don't feel like running a helmet, well, this is my Shemagh. It's standard OD green Shemagh that I run with my loadout because it just keeps the sun and wind out of my neck, and it's just comfortable to wear, especially in the summer and the cold. So, in summer and winter, I should say, rather. So, I like having a Shemagh. And for when I don't feel like running a helmet, this is my hat. Just an HK hat. In no way, shape, or form am I advertising or sponsoring HK. Or HK sponsoring me, rather. This is just the hat I like, most comfortable. Picked it out. And then on to the last part, or one of two last parts of my kit. This is my footwear. These are my footwear, rather. These are Merrell Pulse 2s. These are mid-length. They're earth brown hiking boots. They no longer make the Pulse 2s. I got them a while back. They are the most comfortable boots I've ever worn in my life, and they are not Moabs, so they're not technically kosher to an NSW loadout, but I like them a lot, and they're still military, I guess spec you could say, even though that's not what they're designed for. They still have Vibram soles, and they're still waterproof and everything, so they still chalk up as applicable to, whatever you'd be doing, military-wise, and, these would stand up on the battlefield for sure. These are awesome boots. I've had these for a while now. As you can see, they're still in almost new condition, and I've used these extensively. So, they've been cleaned a few times, so don't hate on the cleanliness. Moving on, one of the last parts of my kit here. Just get up to over here. This is my G3 combat set. These are Emerson for now. I haven't gotten around getting cries yet, so I will. But these are G3 style, very basic. I just have my reversed IR flags, and I also have my IR call sign, which I will showcase how it glows in my Sightmark nods review. That's my call sign X07. And then moving on to last part, here is my Tokyo Marui Mark 23. This is my primary sidearm. One of the favorite airsoft gun that I've ever owned. Rather large, but I like it a lot. Usually when I run it in just a Kydex without the LAM or the suppressor, but I do have the suppressor with me because it does make the guns considerably quieter, if you listen. So, that's ridiculously quiet. So yeah, that's my main sidearm. And I have, obviously my extra mags for that. And there, my primary is a VFC. I got this a while ago. It's the E-Series tactical carbine. Comes with the 14-inch steel barrel and the, I think, 9-inch URX rails, which I'm going to swap out for just standard CAC style rails in favor of a Mark 18 build. And I have my 5.53 on there, my PEC 16, or my PEC 15 rather. Surefire G2X flashlight on an offset mount, and a Magpul AFG2. Pretty standard setup, not really based off anything but I like it a lot. And my chem lights back here, just rubber banded onto my stock. Coaxial flip-ups, front and back. No internal upgrades, but this is a rock solid gun. I like it a lot. This is mainly my indoor or mid-range gun, so when I'm outdoor, not a kosher gun, but it's just more too fun not to use. This is my Tokyo Marui M14. I've had this for a while as well. And this gun's just an absolute beast. So when I'm outdoor, I have a scope mount. I throw a scope on this, and it's my favorite gun to use. It's like a DMR. So this has been my loadout, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed all this, and I hope it's not too lengthy and boring, but I'll do individual reviews of just about each thing here. So thank you guys for watching. This is Spartacus Airsoft, and this has been my loadout.